The group was established in 1995, the same year as the Wildlife Refuge was, to help support the refuge and its partners. But it was a very concerted effort by many individuals and in both towns, from the federal to the state groups to nonprofit groups and citizens and legislators as well that helped make this happen. And the idea was to have a continuous piece of property north to south, east to west. The Mashpee Wildlife Refuge is 5,800 acres. It's the second largest open available space on the Cape, first being the National Seashore. So it's a big chunk for the Upper Cape here to have this beautiful open space that's not only available to preserving wildlife habitat, but also for recreation and for hunting. Very, very unique within the wildlife refuge system in that most wildlife refuges are run by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife, or maybe in concert with one or two other partners. Here in Mashpee, we have 8 partners that created the refuge and manage cooperatively on this refuge. The partners include the U.S. Fish and Wildlife, the State of Massachusetts Department of Conservation and Recreation, Massachusetts Fish and Wildlife, the town of Mashpee and the town of Falmouth conservation agents, and there's Orenda Wildlife Land Trust, which is a nonprofit. The Wampanoag Tribal Council is another one, and the Falmouth Rod and Gun Club. There's other partners that we have been working with over that time frame as well. We're supporting them and the refuge in fundraising, doing projects, stewardship, trail maintenance. Our partners are very willing and open to work with us and very excited that we are a viable group. Right now they're re-signing a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, amongst the partners. That will expand the refuge from 5,800 acres to 15,000 acres. So those partners over the years have been purchasing new pieces of land that would make sense to add and fill out different areas. So there's a lot of partners that are working hard to make this happen, keep it moving forward and expanding the refuge for all of us. We're just trying to bring awareness of the refuge, have some fun, get some creativity, do education programs for adults and children. In 2012, the Friends, Mashpee Conservation, the Tribe, and U.S. Fish and Wildlife, along with the AmeriCorps, Cape Cod AmeriCorps, created native pollinator gardens and kiosks at 3 locations within the Wildlife Refuge: Jehu Pond, Pickerel Cove, and John's Pond as well. And those were informational kiosks that had the maps, so that the Friends created in '97, so people could figure out where they are, that they are on the Wildlife Refuge, which isn't always marked clearly, and what's another access point that they can get to, or connecting trails. Part of the interesting aspect of this refuge is the very rare habitats that have been preserved. One of them, and one of my favorites, is the North Atlantic white cedar swamps. Very rare habitat. They basically occur within 50 miles of the coastal zone on the Atlantic seaboard, from Maine all the way down to Georgia area. And it's they're very unique in that they are connected to the groundwater and have very specific requirements for the trees to grow. A lot of our cranberry bogs were once white cedar swamps. And the other one that's really special on the Cape here is the pine barren habitat that holds several endangered species. I think as a buckhorn moth is very critical, but the New England cottontail rabbit that seems to be prevalent here on the Cape, that has a stronghold here because of these habitats that have been preserved. It's not the typical rabbit that you see in your lawn, which is the eastern cottontail. They do not interbreed, and they have different specific requirements. So you need certain requirements, and that's what this refuge provides in amongst heavily populated citizenship, these refuges for these wildlife. We do have a web page. There's access there to join the Friends there. Facebook page as well. It's basically the Friends of Mashpee National Wildlife Refuge.org. We have monthly meetings at the Mashpee Library, first Thursday of every month. I really want everyone to get out and enjoy it and see what a valuable resource this is to our towns.